incident like what we saw in Toronto, not using the word terrorism and its political links. Can you can you explain why it is you don't use the term terrorism when describing what happened yesterday?
Well, I will leave it to the police and security agencies to characterize those events once they have been able to complete their investigation. What I was very careful to say yesterday and today is that there is no known, at this time, the state of what we have in front of us at the moment, there is no known national security connection. And the events that happened on Yonge Street will be very carefully examined by all of the police and other relevant agencies, and the full story of what happened there will eventually emerge. But my immediate concern in the last 24 hours or so is to be clear on the point that as far as the information would tell us to this point, there is no national security connection.
And as a follow-up, I know that protecting soft targets was something that was on your agenda today, but you were speaking sort of in a broader context about terrorism-related possibilities. Did you speak about soft target attacks that are not related to terrorism? And if you did, what did you discuss today?
The primary discussion related to terrorism, but obviously there are those who might want to cause mayhem in our society that use certain techniques that are deliberately designed to be totally disruptive and fearful. The response in Toronto yesterday, I think, was very important to note, and it really, in a way, informed some of the discussion at our meeting. You will notice in the response of the City of Toronto, the police services, and so forth, yesterday, special precautions were taken around Union Station, with certain barricades being put in place, with the large crowds around the hockey arena. There were trucks and other vehicles appropriately positioned to make sure that the large crowds that would be gathering in that particular area would not be vulnerable to through traffic that could have been dangerous. And what we discussed in the meeting today was we need to plan in advance how we deploy measures of that kind in order to protect public places and the so-called soft targets. And we need to make sure that we are fully coordinated in advance if that kind of a response becomes necessary, so that it can be deployed quickly and efficiently in a way that maximizes public safety. So the response by the City of Toronto and the police forces in Toronto yesterday demonstrated a proactive measure just to ensure, while all the facts were not yet known, just to ensure that every safety measure was in fact being taken. You know, when incidents occur around the world, I'm often asked the question of what steps and measures are being taken. And I usually don't answer those questions in any detail, because those are matters of security operations. But yesterday was an illustration that was very tangible for people to see, that verifies my point. When these incidents happen, our security and police agencies and responsible authorities like those in the City of Toronto have planned, they have prepared, they understand where their assets and resources are, they're able to marshal them and deploy them and put them into action